Not peaceful, quiet. The kind of quiet that felt like the land itself was holding its breath. The kind of quiet that made travelers roll up their windows without knowing why. Tessa Marlowe had grown up with that quiet. She'd learned to read it the way other people read weather. A certain stillness meant rain, a certain tension meant a storm, and a certain, almost imperceptible vibration meant the harvest would be good. But tonight the quiet was wrong. She felt it before she heard it, a faint tremor under her boots as she stepped out of her ambulance at the Miller farm. The air was still. The sky was a deep, bruised purple. The wheat swayed even though there was no wind. And beneath it all, a hum, low, steady, like a cello string plucked by something older than music. Tessa froze. The hum wasn't coming from the air. It was coming from the ground.
Over here.
Mr. Miller shouted from the porch, waving his arms like he was trying to flag down a plane.
It's happening again.
Tessa jogged toward him, her boots crunching on gravel.
What exactly is it, Mr. Miller?
The singing.
He said, eyes wide.
It's coming from the wheat. I told you on the phone.
Tessa listened again. Not singing, not even close. But the hum was real. She stepped off the porch and into the field. The wheat brushed her arms, warm despite the cool night. The hum vibrated up her legs, into her ribs, into her teeth. It felt like a heartbeat the size of the earth. Tessa swallowed hard.
Mr. Miller, how long has this been happening?
Started last night,
he said.
but it's louder now, and the scarecrow, he stopped.
Tessa turned.
The scarecrow what?
Mr. Miller pointed with a trembling hand. The scarecrow stood at the far end of the field, its burlap head tilted toward the old grain silo. Its arms hung limp. Its straw-stuffed chest leaned forward as if listening. Tessa frowned.
Was it always facing that way?
No,
Mr. Miller whispered. It turned. Tessa felt the hum pulse again, stronger this time. She took a step toward the scarecrow, then another. The wheat parted around her like something alive. The hum deepened, and then, from the direction of the silo, she heard a metallic groan, the sound of a heavy door swinging open. Tessa's radio crackled.
Dispatch to Unit 3, come in.
She lifted it to her mouth.
This is Unit 3.
Tessa, Sheriff Dalton needs you at the cemetery, says it's urgent.
What kind of urgent?
A pause. Then he says,
The graves are opening.
The hum pulsed again, vibrating through her bones. Tessa looked at the scarecrow. It was still facing the silo, still listening, still waiting. She backed away slowly, her breath shallow.
On my way.
She said into the radio, and then she ran. The cemetery sat on a small hill overlooking Harrow's Bend. Tessa's ambulance headlights swept across the wrought iron gate as she pulled up, illuminating a few police officers gathered in stunned silence. Sheriff Dalton met her at the gate, his face pale beneath his hat.
Tessa,
He said quietly.
you need to see this.
He led her inside. Every grave was open, not dug up, not disturbed, open. The soil had split cleanly down the middle, like the earth had exhaled and let go, and standing beside each grave was its occupant. Tessa's breath caught. The dead stood in perfect stillness, some fresh, some skeletal, some barely held together. Their heads were tilted slightly, as if listening to something far away. The hum, it was louder here, so loud she felt it in her chest.
What are they doing?
She whispered.
They're not attacking.
Dalton said.
They're not even looking at us.
As if on cue, one of the corpses, a woman who had died only a week ago, turned her head toward the wheat fields. Then she began to walk. Slow, steady, purposeful. Another corpse followed, then another. Then all of them. A procession of the dead, moving in eerie silence toward the old grain silo. Tessa stepped in front of one of them, a man who had died in 1974, his suit rotted, his jaw hanging loose.
Sir,
She said softly. He didn't react. He simply walked around her, as if she were a tree or a stone. Dalton raised his gun.
We can't just let them go.
Tessa grabbed his arm.
they're not hurting anyone.
Yet.
Sheriff, look at them. They're not hostile. They're not even aware of us.
Dalton hesitated. The dead continued their march. Tessa felt the hum again, stronger, deeper, almost urgent. She looked toward the silo. A faint glow pulsed around its base. Something was happening there. Something the dead were answering.
We need to follow them.
She said. Dalton stared at her.
Are you out of your mind?
Maybe,
She said.
but whatever's happening, it's not stopping.
Dalton looked at the dead, at the open graves, at the glowing silo. He holstered his gun.
Fine.
He said.
But if anything tries to bite me, I'm shooting it.
Tessa almost smiled, almost. The procession of the dead moved through the wheat fields like a river of shadows. The wheat parted around them, swaying in time with the hum. The scarecrows had all turned to face the silo now. Every single one. Tessa and Dalton followed the dead to the base of the silo. The glow was brighter now, a soft, golden light seeping from the cracks around the door. The door itself was open, and inside, a staircase spiraled downward. Impossible. Silos didn't have basements. They didn't have staircases. They didn't have light coming from beneath the earth. Dalton swallowed hard.
Tessa. This wasn't here yesterday.
The hum pulsed again, so strong it made the wheat tremble. The dead began descending the staircase one by one, moving with calm, mechanical precision. Tessa stepped closer. Warm air drifted up from below. Too warm, like the breath of something enormous. Dalton grabbed her arm.
We're not going down there.
We have to.
No, we don't.
Tessa looked at him, really looked at him. The sheriff was scared, not of the dead, not of the hum, of the unknown.
Dalton,
She said softly.
whatever's happening, it started here, in our town. We can't ignore it.
He clenched his jaw. The hum pulsed again. The staircase glowed. The dead kept descending. Dalton exhaled shakily.
Fine, but you go first.
Tessa nodded. She stepped onto the first stair. The hum vibrated through her bones. She took another step, then another. The glow grew brighter. The air grew warmer, and as she descended into the impossible depths beneath the silo, she realized something with chilling clarity. This wasn't the beginning of something. It was the return of something. Something old. Something patient. Something that had been waiting beneath Harrow's Bend for a very, very long time. And tonight, it had finally begun to wake up.